Lucky's Bar, Queens, NY. The hum of neon signs glows softly through the dusty windows of Lucky's. A dive bar with sticky floors and time-stained walls. It's late, close to midnight, but Ricky Malone isn't watching the clock. He's watching the screen. A flickering tube TV buzzes behind the bar, its image just clear enough to catch the final moments of Game 6 of the '96 NBA Finals. Ricky's bourbon sits untouched. His eyes are glassy, his breath shallow. Every muscle in his jaw is tense. Ricky's not just a gambler, he's the gambler. Fixture in back rooms and basements from Queens to Coney Island. A man who reads betting lines like scripture and believes in hot streaks like they read divine intervention. On the screen, Javon Smooth Carter steps to the free throw line. The Mavericks are up by 3. 2 shots could cover the spread. Ricky's spread. 200 grand on the line. Money borrowed from dangerous people who don't give second chances. The first free throw clanks off the rim. Ricky doesn't flinch. The second, a little too much wrist, bounces off the back iron. Carter smiles, shrugs, walks away like it meant nothing. The bar erupts. Ricky just sits there, motionless, hollow. That smile becomes more than a mist. Shot it becomes a message. The fallout. Ricky's apartment. Darkness swallows Ricky's apartment like a cave. Curtains stay shut. Dishes pile in the sink, and cigarette smoke drapes the ceiling like a funeral shroud. The game tape rewinds on loop. VHS static crackles between each playback. On screen, Carter smiles, shrugs, walks off again and again. He tries to ignore the ringing phone, but it doesn't stop, never stops. The answering machine eventually picks up. Tommy B. 7 days, Malone. That's it. Then I send the dogs. Ricky stares at the blinking red light. 7 days. It's at S all the time. He has got to fix what S broken. Except the break ISNT in his bank account. It's in his pride. Ashtrays overflow. Scattered betting slips and photos of Carter litter the floor. Ricky draws X's on Carter's face, circles stats in red ink, and writes one word over and over in a cracked leather notebook. Smile. He no longer sees a basketball player. Sees a man who stole his life. The obsession, transformation. Ricky disappears from the world. He trades tailored suits for a ripped hoodie and sweat-stained ball cap. He doesn't answer his door, doesn't show up to his usual haunts. He studies Carter like he's preparing for a trial. Printouts, tapes, interview clips, game stats, Miami, Vegas, South Beach. Carter's face is everywhere. Ricky tapes up a map on the wall.
Up!
Pushpins mark Carter's sightings. His flight schedule, hotel rooms, nightclubs. He notes the names of Carter's entourage. The girl on his arm, the bodyguard who never looks behind him, exact minute he leaves the club. And then comes the gear, a syringe, duct tape, gloves, a burner phone, an RV rented under a fake name. Ricky practices the move approach, jab, lift, disappear. Not for money, not for revenge, for clarity, because some debts aren't about dollars. Some debts demand pain. The kidnapping. South Beach. Miami heat rises from the asphalt in waves. The night is humid and electric. Music blasts from the club rooftop, where celebrities and hangers-on celebrate Carter's new shoe deal. Ricky, dressed as a valet, watches from the shadows. He knows the routine now. Carter leaves around 1:30 a.m., walks down the marble steps, greets the cameras, winks at the girls. And there he is, smiling that smile. The moment Carter reaches out for his valet ticket, Ricky steps forward, gloved hand ready. Jab a quick. Practiced motion to the neck. Carter's eyes widen. He tries to speak, but his knees buckle. Ricky catches him, cradles him like a drunk friend. To outsiders, it looks routine. A friend helping a friend. The model screams, too late. Flashbulbs go off. But Ricky is already loading the unconscious athlete into the RV and driving away before anyone gets a license plate. Neon becomes night. The road swallows them whole. The road, 4 days of hell. Carter wakes tied to a chair in the back of a dingy RV. The air is stale, thick with gasoline and old sweat. Outside the window, trees blur past in moonlight. Ricky is silent up front, tapping the steering wheel to a rhythm only he hears. You cost me everything, he says eventually. You get to feel what that feels like. The next 4 days are chaos wrapped in monotony. Ricky drives deep into the southern backwoods. No radio, no phone, no names. He invents sick games. Coin flips for food. Memory tests for water. A basketball nailed to a dead tree where Carter has to sink 5 straight shots or go hungry. Sometimes Carter screams. Sometimes he begs. Ricky says nothing. Just watches. It's like a scientist watching an experiment. By day 4, the cocky NBA star is gone. All that remains is a frightened kid trying to survive the silence. Somewhere in Alabama, rain pours onto the RV roof like nails. Ricky is spiraling, his hands shake. He's not sleeping, not eating. He yells at Carter, yells at himself. He smiled like it didn't matter, like my life was a joke. He throws a plate across the RV. It shatters. Carter doesn't respond. He's too broken to argue. Ricky sinks into the driver's seat, clutching a coin in his palm, flipping it over and over. The fire in him. The fire in him, the thing that wanted revenge. It's flickering now, not gone, but weakening. This isn't justice anymore. It's just pain relived. Baton Rouge outskirts under the thick Louisiana fog. Ricky sets up a small fire outside the RV. Carter, now loosely bound, sits across from him. Neither has spoken in hours. Finally, Carter speaks. I didn't throw that game. I froze. I was scared. That smile, it wasn't pride, it was shame. Ricky listens. Carter swallows hard. I've replayed that moment 1,000 times. You think I didn't lose something too? The fire crackles. For the first time, Ricky doesn't see the smirk. He sees a scared kid. One who never meant to ruin a life, but did anyway. And maybe that's worse. The motel room 11 dawn. The RV rolls to a stop in front of a crumbling roadside motel. The sign blinks half-lit. Vacancy. Ricky helps Carter out, slow and cautious. Carter doesn't fight. He's too weak too. Inside, room 11 smells like bleach and mildew. Ricky lays Carter down, bandages his wrists, places a sandwich and a bottle of water on the nightstand. He pauses at the door, eyes red, hands trembling. I wanted you to feel it, he whispers, but I think maybe you already do. He walks out, finds the payphone, drops a coin. Room 11. Need an ambulance? Then he sits on the curb, head in his hands, waiting. Heads or tails, the trailer is dark. Small lamp flickers near a table. The radio buzzes with static and faint play-by-play of a distant game. Ricky sits still, flipping a coin between his fingers. The coin spins on the table. He watches it fall flat, flips again and again. The game never mattered. The odds never mattered. Only the moment and how it broke him. He flips once more, and the coin spins into darkness.